Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. Today I can share you something that I'm really excited about, and I hope you like it as much as I do. So if you follow me on social media, you might know that I have been using the salted line Seafrogs or Micron housing for the past couple of years together with my Sony A7sIII, and most of the content created by me on my social media and here on YouTube was made with this housing and this camera. However, recently I swapped my A7sIII for the new Sony A7S III, which I'm filming on right now, and obviously in order to do my work I needed a housing for this camera, and it is finally the time. It arrived. Here it is, the Seafrogs A7S III housing together with the flat long port. I'm planning on using this housing together with the Sony and the Samyang VDSLR Mark II lenses. I already had the chance to quickly test it out, and the flat long port works perfectly with the Samyang VDSLR 24mm, 35mm and the 50mm. I have to say though that I'm using them on a Canon mount, means in order to use them on my Sony I have an adapter ring in between it. So I would recommend you to measure your lens before you check out the lens ports from Seafrogs Micron, and make sure that it fits the length of your lens. In my case, as I said, it's the flat long port. And before we talk about more about lenses and the camera and the housing itself, let's check out what comes in the box. Okay, so these are the two boxes I got. This is the A7S III housing, and this is a lens port for the 24-105mm Sony f4 lens. I'm thinking about using it because I'm probably gonna get this lens, but for now let's concentrate on the housing. Okay, so I decided after measuring my lenses that I'm going to use with this housing that I ordered the A7S III housing with the flat long port. So let's see what we have inside the box. Some instructions how to care about your housing. I can recommend you to read that before you use your housing for the first time. Side handle and straps and a little bit of rubber eyepiece. Operation or user manual. Yeah, this is the flash in order to use this housing for underwater photography. I don't think I'm going to be using that. And some anti-fog sheets, always useful, and some maintenance grease and some other O-rings, some protection, and this is the housing itself. Comes in nice and protected. Let's get it out. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Yeah, I really like the fact that the housing now just has one latch to open it on the side instead of two. Looks really good. Before inserting your camera into underwater housing, switch off your viewfinder. Okay, some instructions in order to use the housing. Looking good. All the access to every control, and the flat long port. Okay, let's see what we have inside. Yep. Got some cables here. They're labeled for the A7R III, for the A7S III. I guess those are for your remote trigger in case you want to use it. And this one here, I guess, is the adapter for the external flash if you want to go and use this housing for underwater photography while diving. This is the zoom ring for the 90mm Sony macro lens, which I'm not going to be using. I'm going to be using this Samyang via DSLR Mark II lenses, mainly the 24, 35 and maybe the 14mm if it fits in here. We'll see that later. Overall impression as the previous housings I had from them. Really nice build quality, robust, access to all the functions, record button, photo trigger, looking great. So that already looks really good. In order to use this housing with the lenses I have, I'm going to be custom 3D printing a focus ring in order to use it with the housing's focus function. I'm going to let you know how this goes, because I'm planning on doing a more in-depth review video about this combination between this camera and the housing in the future once I have a little bit more experience with it. I especially like the fact that I have all the access to all the functions from my Sony in this housing, and this is something I always really liked and appreciate about the Nikon Seafrogs housings. So if you're considering buying one of those housings for your Sony, for your Canon, your Nikon camera, I'm gonna leave a little discount code down here in the description that you can use for this purchase. I hope you liked this video or it was helpful for you. If so, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.